soup as like earrings. Other people, big can on top of the head, whatever. So you just let your imagination kind of run crazy, and then when you're done and you see that as if she put it on and she's wearing it, then next time you see her, you walk up to her, Sandy Campbell, how are you? And she says, wow, you remember my name. That's so nice. And little does she know what you did. And you don't want to tell her this either, because then she'll run the other way. But that's the way that this is done. Okay, now this is an easy name. Most names are not that easy. So I'm going to give you one more. And this is a very hard name to remember, but it's a good illustration of this too. Okay, anybody know who that is? Yeah, that's me. Okay, so that means if I see any of you after today, you better know my name, because I'm going to teach you how to remember it. Okay, this is how I become famous or infamous or whatever. Okay, so I want you, remember, when you do this, you're not supposed to think. You're supposed to just react, like the first thing that pops in your head. So when you hear Scott, okay, a lot of people, first thing they think of is Scott tissue. So they think of toilet paper or Kleenex or whatever. So then I say, okay, you have a real face in front of you now. What are you going to do? And they look at my face and they're trying to figure out. And I've had people say things like, well, I picture Kleenex coming out of your nose, you know, like it's a dispenser, or big rolls of toilet paper instead of my ears, or something else like that. What else does Scott sound like or rhyme with? Yeah, Scotch tape. Other? Right, all kinds of possibilities. Which one of those is best? Whatever one you come up with, because again, that's the way your brain works. But I'm going to give you an illustration of this. Scotch tape is what some people come up with. And I say, okay, that's good. So what are you going to do? You know, you got the face right here. And they look at me and they say, well, I picture you holding some tape. And I say, yeah, but come on, we got to go more stupid than that. Otherwise, you're not going to remember it. So then they picture me wrapped up like a mummy in tape all the way up. Or some people have said this, and they get very excited when they say it. I picture this big piece of tape right across your mouth. And I thought, why are you getting excited about that? But anyway, that's what they say. Okay, so we think, okay, we got my first name. Well, last name, you have to know how to pronounce the name, because if you don't, you can't do it. You're playing with the sounds of the name. So my last name is actually mispronounced by almost everybody. That's the way it's actually pronounced, is Breckner. So if you take this part, the Breck part, what does that sound like or remind you of? Breck. Brick. What else? Break. Breck. Okay, breakfast is one that people come up with a lot. And so I say, what are you going to do to remember that that's my name? And they start giving me the scariest looks anybody could ever give me. They're looking at my face. And eggs here, sausage here, bacon here. They just stick my whole breakfast all over my face. If that works, great. Other people have said the word brick, and they think, well, like bricks, like on top of your head. And that works fine. If it's not exactly right, but it's close. Okay. And then the last part of the name, the N-E-R, ner. Nerd. What are we going to do? Most of you, I think, know what nerd means. Okay. If you don't, you'll learn something. But I wanted to show you something really quickly, and that is a lot of people